So good morning, everyone. Welcome to A Brilliant Businesses podcast. My name is Nick Bryant, and I'm very pleased today to be at the Logo Emporium, and I'm with Matt Savage. Morning, Matt.
Morning. How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thank you.
Good. Thank you for inviting me into where you work and where all the magic happens. So the Logo Emporium are an embroidery and printing specialist. They do customizable clothing and promotional items. I wanted to start off by just saying about how overlooked the power of branded workwear is, which is obviously what you do. You've got it on your jumper there. We've got it on our microphones, which you did, which was very kind. So I want to talk about that, but let's just talk about what you do here, what you specialise in.
Yeah, so our day-to-day bread and butter will be workwear for people, and it'll be people that want to wear stuff in the offices, in their warehouses, high-vis stuff, and that's our bread and butter. And then we also do promo items, so your pens, your mugs.
Like this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's it, on prop, well done. All those things, pretty much anything where you want to put your logo on, we can also do those as well.
Okay. And the machinery behind you, which is very impressive, that's obviously for the embroidery, and you can do a number of garments on there at one time.
That's it, yeah. So we've got 6 heads in total. We've got the 4 head behind us and then 2 singles.
Yeah.
That gives us really good flexibility, because if we've got a big job on, we can put it on the 4 head and it works through those, and then we can put the same job on the single heads as well, so we can have 6 items of the same job going.
Yeah.
Or we could split, so we could have 3 jobs going at once, so we could have 1 job on here, 1 job on single head, another single head, and also when we sample stuff for people as well. So before we actually do the order, we'll run off a sample on their logo, email it to them so they can check that it's looking right, the right colours, how they want it. So that's where the single heads come in, because you could just do that 1 sample on its own as well.
And do you send them a sample of the garment? Or
No, so I mean, we've got our best sellers that we have on the rack for people to try and feel and stuff like that, but our suppliers have over 6,000 items. And that's just from one supplier. We have all sorts of specialist suppliers, other things as well. So people can feel the best sellers, but the catalogue's really good. So I'll keep poking that. The catalogues are really good because they have all the size charts there, all the colours, images and stuff like that, and that's what people want nowadays, just to flick through that.
Yeah. There's many people out there that do what you do. I think there's many people that does this sort of thing. Your relaxed, friendly personality comes through. Is that what stands you out from others?
Yeah. I think so. Like I said, we get people you see in the garages, they'll have an embroidery machine. There's different levels to embroidery. So these are sort of the Rolls Royce of embroidery machines in the industry.
Okay.
Japanese made. We only use the best consumables as well, so the best prints, the best threads and things like that.
Yeah.
But the service is where we trump a lot of people. The quality's there because we have the top machines and consumables. But I feel like in our industry, it's always been traditionally an industry doesn't give a great service to people, whereas I come from a retail background, so that's
you understand the importance of that.
That's it, and so often people will send us an email for an inquiry, and we'll reply, and the first line of their reply will be, "Oh, hi Matt, thanks for the quick response," or something like that. I think the communication back and forth is what people want, because they usually want things sorted pretty quickly when they come to us.
Last minute decision, perhaps.
Yeah, that's it.
For events and things like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I guess some other of your competitors, if you want to call them that, are just sort of, you can order online. You kind of do your design there, and then you press a button, and then you wait for the product to arrive. Which takes the personal element out of it as well, doesn't it? Where it's you're saying.
So we have an e-commerce site where people can do that if they just want to list the items they want, select the position of the logo and upload the logo, pay for it. That works, but a lot of people, we find to us, they want to, like I say, come and discuss the items, or they want to know what we think is best. I think there's probably, at last count, like 720 different models of polo shirt from our suppliers. Wow. So people don't want to trawl for that. They want to say, what do you recommend? And that's what we do. A lot of people, we sort of help them through and guide them through what they want, because there's such a variety.
If you gave them that brochure, that'd be mind-boggling, wouldn't they?
It's bigger than the old Argus catalogues used to get.
What's that? How can you get 700 different? What is that?
Different fabrics, different fits.
Yeah.
Some are plain, some are contrast colours. Right. You'll get organic, recycled cotton or organic cotton. All sorts of things. Loads of things. So people just want, essentially, people just want to say, I do this. This is the job or the business that we do, what do you recommend is good for that? Yeah, because some people want things, for instance, there's one brand that comes up longer in the body, so it's great for trades and things like that when they're bending over and they don't want to flash their pants to people, the customer and stuff.
These
like
things
that.
are important, aren't they?
Yeah, that's it. So it's understanding that range and what people ideally want.
Yeah, tell us about some of your clients, because you work with some big brands, don't you?
Yeah, so we have one-man bands or one-person bands, the electrician, the plumber type thing, through to big local companies like Sussex Beds, Sea Tyres. I think we started with Sussex Beds when they probably had about 6 stores. I think they're on to like 15 or 14 now. Yeah, something like that. And we've done work for John Lewis and bigger groups like that as well. And we like to give the people that want the minimum, the one-man band, the same service as we give the bigger corporations.
Yeah. And do you get most of your work through your website, through word of mouth, or other marketing? Or?
Most of it is word of mouth. Yeah. We do marketing, but it's more the SEO sort of side of things that we do and things like that. But word of mouth, probably 95% of our business comes from word of mouth, and I think that's just a follow-on from that service that we give people. Yeah.
Are you quite strong on SEO? Because that's, I guess, when people want something, they Google, branded jacket or branded. That must be quite a searchable word.
Yeah, a lot of people go with embroidered clothing or workwear, but on the flip side of that, like you say, it's other people. It's quite a competitive market, I think, online for us and what we do. Yeah.
So that one of the questions I want to ask you down here, which is, so that's how you see yourself different as the other businesses, with all those things that you've said, really.
Yeah, I mean, there's businesses there that want to sit there and the customer will say, here's my logo and I'd like this, and then they'll go, thanks very much, and they'll do it. Yeah. But quite often we'll say to people, we had it last week, you've got navy clothing and the text on your logo, your company name, is dark grey. Yeah. Have you thought about changing that to white or something so that it gives that more vivid contrast so people can see it better? And the customer will go, oh yeah, great idea, love that. Okay, let's run with that. Yeah. And I think that's one thing that does set us apart, that there's a lot of people that are quite happy just to take your order and go, here you go, here's what you wanted, whereas we want to give the customer what they want as a base mark. We want to help them, give them more and help them get more.
Yeah, and you know what the product looks like. You know what's going to suit their business perhaps more than they do, because they've not seen it and you're seeing it all the time. Yeah. So you can say to them, look, I think this would work better for you than that. Can you put a logo on anything, pretty much?
Yeah, pretty much. Embroidery is really versatile, so any sort of textile you can get. If it goes too thick or leather, you just have to use special needles, because believe it or not, the needles don't actually break people think they break the fabric. They don't. If you imagine the weave of the fabric, if you imagine the weave, if you stab yourself a needle, it's going to hurt, but they're actually got a ball point to them, so they go through the weave rather than penetrating it. Whereas with leather, because it's solid, you have to use a cuttable needle. But in theory, we can put it on all sorts of things. It doesn't have to be clothing. We do horse rugs for equine centres and things like that.
Yeah. Any strange requests? Well, what's the weirdest request? Put you on the spot there.
Yeah, we do get things that we say to people, look, it's very risky putting on that, you're better off not having it. Right. But probably not the funniest, but we've done a beehive suit, the beekeeper suit.
Oh, yeah.
We've done one of them, which is quite funny, because you're trying to, rather than just putting a polo down to front, you've got this full length and hood face. Yeah, exactly, yeah. So, we've done a beekeeper suit, which was cool. Quite interesting. Yeah, it looked good.
And some people do or get shirts with logos on them they're not embroidered, obviously, they're just like stuck on, or they're some sort of transfer, are they?
Yeah, it's a vinyl print usually. Yeah, you can get ones that are ink printed as well, but usually what we do is a vinyl print. It's the most cost-effective way of doing it. Yeah. It's quite hardy as well. It's got a bit of a stigma related to print, and people go, oh, it'll crack or it'll come off. Yeah. Years ago, that was quite a problem, that people would wash it and it would crack and stuff. But things have moved on and got better. And again, we only use the top vinyls that are actually made in Italy.
Are they?
Yeah, a lot hardier as well. You do have to follow some washing instructions with print. Yeah. But because they are the premium ones that we use, they're a lot harder than normal. And we do it where it's single colour, so single colour vinyl that's cut out, or you can get a digital print, or we use digital printer, so you can have a full colour logo with with it as well. So it's not really too many limitations with it, and it's great for workwear because it's affordable.
Yeah. So you'll order the vinyl across. You do the design, and then you create that design on that vinyl, and then you put that onto the garment.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we'll put it on the cutter. So if it's just a single colour, you get rolls of that colour, and the blade, the plotter, cuts it out, and you take away the excess to leave the logo. Or with the digital, it's a white vinyl that you print with inks, and then the blade goes around and cuts out, and then you take it out. And then use a big industrial heat press. It's pretty much like a big trouser press, or to put it in most people's realms. But it's a big, heavy ceramic press that gives a lot of pressure and a lot of heat.
Squeezes it on there.
Yeah, that's it.
How long have you been doing this?
So this will come up to our 10th year.
Right. Okay.
Doing it for us, but I've been doing it for previous employers before that.
Yeah. 10 years. That's a bit of a milestone for the business. It's
good, exactly. Yeah, maybe a bit of a party.
Yeah, I think you should.
Bit of a logo update with a big 10 badge on it or something like that.
Yeah, you should do. I mean, it's good. I mean, businesses do well to get past their first year, second, third, fourth, fifth year, let alone 10. So it's amazing. Well done. That's really good.
Thank you.
What do you enjoy about it the most, Matt? What's the most pleasure you get out of doing this?
I think it sounds really cheesy, but it's helping people with it. And I'm not going to say we're groundbreaking, but I like to think we're different, like you say, to a lot of other people in the industry, in the sense that we give a more caring sort of side of it, and a lot of our customers actually end up becoming friends.
Yes, okay.
People, do you know what I mean? And they'll come in and they'll have a chat and they'll stick around, and they'll add you on Facebook and stuff like that. But it's nice, and that's what I like. You're working with people, whether it is their workwear or whether it is they're going away on a stag do and they want some shirts doing and things like that. Like, what you're giving somebody is actually something that they're going to be using and wearing. Sometimes, if you sell somebody a set of dumbbells because they got into fitness, they might not ever see those dumbbells after the 6 months of using them. They get used to it. But you're creating something for somebody. I can
imagine that. That's really rewarding. Yeah, really rewarding. And as far as the businesses as a location, we're here in Sussex, but businesses can come to you from all over the country.
Yeah, we ship all over the place. Modern day couriers are great. We ship stuff up to. We've got a couple of dance schools up in the Highlands. Right. We also send stuff to dance schools down in Jersey. Okay. Yeah, right. And there's businesses, obviously in between that we send stuff to as well, and it's really easy.
So internationally?
No, well, we don't tend to do internationally because then you've got all the shipping the shipping costs and the taxes and stuff like that. But certainly anywhere in like a UK mainland, we have customers all over the place. Excellent. Yeah. Okay, that's really good. So if anyone wants to get in touch with you, Matt, they can via your website, obviously logoemporium.co.uk. That's it. Yeah. I put all those details underneath the podcast. And I guess if anyone's got any questions about, we're not sure about some sort, you can advise on that as well. It's not even if it doesn't come into an order, you're happy to pick the phone up and say, definitely. I think you should do this, or you should try this. Or even if we say, people say, I'm thinking of this, and we'll say, perhaps don't go with it. You might be better off without it. We're always open and transparent with people. Definitely, cool. That's just the best way to be. No, thank you. Great, thanks, Matt. Thanks for inviting me in. It's lovely to set up here, and we'll see you all for another podcast soon. Brilliant. Thank you. Cheers, mate.